All right, guys, so we got a huge update on the SEGA Genesis Mini 2, the DOS, the numero dos. So a full list of games was revealed, a full list of 60 games, and there's some pretty good heavy hitters in here, including bonus titles and stuff like that. And certainly enough, I believe none of these games are duplicates or overlap from the original SEGA Genesis Mini, so there's a lot more incentive to go and get a second one. So you have two of them for maximum Genesicity. I no idea. Anyways, let's take a look at the quick trailer real quick, and then we'll talk about this. So we're gonna react to the trailer, and you can see the Genesis Mini. That's the beautiful little model. So we got Super Hang On, classic racing game, 1989. So you're gonna have Truxton. You know we all love Truxton, classic over-the-head shooter. Then we got Phantasy Star 2, which I actually own that one physically, but, you know, it's always been in the backlog. We got Herzog's Way, and I played that for the first time not too long ago, and I got extremely triggered. Afterburner 2, an arcade classic. Shout out to Terminator 2. They had a cabinet in the background of the arcade. Rainbow Islands Extra. Never personally played that, but it looks like it's classic arcade action. Revenge of the Shinobi, a good game, very difficult, challenging like all the other Shinobi games. We got Hellfire. Never heard of that one, never played it, but it looks like a cool little shoot 'em up. And we got Granada, another shoot 'em up. So I think one huge benefit that we're going to see is we're going to get to play all these shooters. Populous, I've never been a big fan of that. I remember I rented that and was so I took it back. Shadow Dancer, another Shinobi game. Not bad. Ninjas in the 90s were all of the rage. We got Gain Ground, another game I've never played, but it looks like a strategy top-down. Actually, I like Time Soldiers. Midnight Resistance. Ooh, is that the answer to Contra that they had at the time? Shining in the Darkness, believe that is an RPG. Yeah, dungeon crawler type of game. Outrun, we're getting another arcade hit. So far, it looks like we're getting a good variety of games up in this sumbitch. Bonanza Bros, never played that, but I always hear good stuff about it. I always thought that was quirky because it was like two screens. Rolling Thunder 2, arcade hit from Tengen, Atari. Golden Axe 2, classic Sega game. Like, who doesn't want Golden Axe in their library? Who doesn't want that? Desert Strike, never really been into the Desert Strike, Dungle Strike, all those types of games, but War Song, never heard of it, never played it. That looks kind of cute. All right. Atomic Runner, another one. Some of these are games I've never heard of, and I like that they got Data East and other publishers up in here. Namco with Splatterhouse 2, that game actually will run you a pretty penny, so it's nice to see that in there. Night Trap, oh my gosh, we're getting some heavy hitters up in here. We're getting some of these SEGA CD games. Source Shark, here we go. So I personally never owned a SEGA CD, so this would be a good way for me to play them. Lightning Force, a classic shoot 'em up as well. I like Thunder Force, but Lightning Force is good. Ninja Warriors, another game that would run you a pretty penny. I'm assuming the SEGA CD version is being ported over. Elemental Master, another good shoot 'em up. I definitely like that one as well. Night Striker. So we're getting some of these different titles I've honestly never heard of from Taito and all that. Final Fight CD, Capcom up in there. So we got Namco, Capcom, just to name a couple of things. Ecco the Dolphin. Shout out to Ed, the creator of Ecco. And Robo Aleste. Okay, so that's a lineup from the Musha games, all the Aleste series. Ranger X, I do own that one. I had a lot of fun playing that one back in the day. Has a pretty fun little thing. Sylphid, never heard of that. Oh man, look at those like 3D-ish type of graphics. Sonic the Hedgehog CD, shout out to Sonic the Hedgehog CD. Although they just had that come out in Sonic Origins. We got Panic on Funkatron. I haven't really been into Toe Jam and Earl too much. Mansion of the Hidden Souls, never heard of. Oh, I remember seeing that in GamePro. Virtua Racing, another classic. It's like, I guess, the FX chip of the SEGA Genesis. Fatal Fury 2, my gosh, I'm just getting winded here talking about the selection of games. You guys are getting the idea. Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers. I believe regular Street Fighter 2 was on the first one. So, Streets of Rage 3. A classic, must-have staple of the SEGA Genesis. Outrunners, another different type of game made by the Outrun crew. Shining Force 2, Shining Force 2, meh. You know, never really gotten into those RPGs, but I've heard good things. The sequel to Ecco. So we got both Ecco 1 and 2. And it's the SEGA CD. All right, never played that one. Viewpoint. We got Viewpoint. That almost looks like Zaxxon. Looks like Zaxxon. Clay Fighter, a classic towards the heyday of all the fighting games in the 94, 95 era. Ristar. So I believe that was made by Sonic Team, wasn't it? Sonic Team. Shining Force CD. All right, we got a lot of Shining Force games up in this bitch. Crusader of Santi. Okay, so that's a bargain being on this because that game goes for a pretty penny. It's basically a Zelda clone. The Ooze. Oh, I never heard of that. The Ooze. All right. Alien Soldier. That one, I believe, is on the Switch. If you go into the Switch library. Earthworm Jim 2. Okay, classic. But, you know, again, lots of different ports of that. Sonic 3D Blast, never was really into that. I remember my Toys R Us had that at the kiosk. Vector Man 2, you know, classic, but I never really got into Vector Man. Always found it kind of challenging. Then we get special content. We got all the special content you could ever want. Fantasy Zone, classic little game. So I wonder what entails special content. Star Mobile, Mobile, Alabama. I wonder what makes a game, and then special content. So Spatter, never heard of Spatter. That seems interesting. Super Locomotive, wow. So now we're getting some pretty obscure little games. That almost looks like a Master System game. Devil Pie, okay. Wow, so we're getting some pretty exclusive Puyo Puyo Sun. We're getting some interesting little games here. Space Harrier 2, I love Space Harrier. Good soundtrack, underrated SEGA soundtrack. So over 60 games. Take a look at that, bucko. What do you guys think? SEGA Genesis Mini. Looks like it's going to come, it's going to see, and it's going to conquer. So available in October 27th to be exact. So there are previously unreleased games and ports is what the bonuses are according to this. And we're going to see all sorts of different stuff. So yeah, again, like I said, is it doesn't overlap with any of the games that were on the original SEGA Genesis Mini. So I think that is a good little get. I still have to get the original SEGA Genesis Mini, but I wouldn't mind getting this newest one either, just because the huge amount of variety. Like, you know, there was previous mini Genesis consoles back in the day where they're like this big and you can actually put the cartridges. There was also the at-games version of it, but this last I guess variation of a SEGA Genesis Mini just nailed it out of the park. And this one looks like it's gonna freaking do 10 times better than the original, especially with the implementation of the SEGA CD games that are coming up on it. So I'm gonna check it out. What do you guys think of this games list? Let me know down below, and I'll see you later.